So you guys were all TEFLs. Do you remember some of the activities you used in your classroom?
I remember we did some basic stuff to start off, like hangman, something where they could kind of get the idea where they would have to figure out what the letters were going to be and kind of, figure out how to make words in a way that would make sense in English. And I found that was very helpful for them to kind of see like the words come together. But then after that, it was a lot of practicing the alphabet so that it would be the English alphabet, not the Bulgarian alphabet pronunciations. Do you guys find that you're doing a lot of that same stuff?
Yes, so I had a K5 group, and so we did more kind of letter recognition and practicing saying the letters. So did a fly swatter game where I'd say the letter and they would have to run and find the letter and slap on it. Divided into 2 different teams. And once they got comfortable with that, then we had a young person say the letter too. And so that was, again, correct pronunciation and such, and then we moved on to like hangman and practicing what the spelling would look like.
I had older kids, so I tried the hangman, we played Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, that's a great one as well, yeah.
Or I would just give them the vowels. But for me, what was engaging for more of the students was we would do mock spelling bee.
Like later in the process.
Yeah, later in the process.
For sure.
And so I would just say the definition and then they would pick
Know
out
what
the
the word
word was.
Yeah.
And whoever knew what the word was had to spell it. Otherwise, towards the end of, when we were going towards
The actual spelling.
the actual spelling bee, I was just throwing out words.
Yeah.
This, onomatopoeia,
I'm not spelling that. There's a reason why.
absentia.
Remember our K5?
No,
Boat.
I would see kids doing the same thing to other kids in the class, because I do think, and our goals were very much to help with pronunciation of the letters, to build vocabulary, to build confidence, to bring fun activities and games in the classrooms. So it sounds like all those were successful.
Although sometimes, because English isn't phonetic, in the beginning I would phonetically say the word.
So they had an idea of what.
They had an idea of what it was.
Yeah. I do think.
Like I would say, rise, and they were like,
Yeah.
R A Z, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And I would say, Rise.
Yeah.
They all knew what it was. But then I said, remember that that's how the word looks like, but this is how the word it sounds like.
Yeah.
And then I would say, when you have an ISE, sometimes that could be eyes.
I do think one of the great things is they did get to learn a lot of new vocabulary. That because they were constantly trying to remember how to spell them, what they were doing, it's in their head. They're never going to forget those words. Whereas a lot of other words.
Right.
Probably.
Well, we picked a lot of the words from their textbook, but because the spelling bee covered a number of grades, so it definitely for younger students they were getting, access to words that they wouldn't have necessarily seen yet in their textbooks. And then it was a refresher for the older kids.
But then at spelling bee camp, we would have 4th graders there who made it to the finals.
Right.
So
I participated well, and if everybody remembers even the very first spelling bee, and it's gotten even more challenging now, but we ran out of words. We went to words that they didn't study, and we ran out of words the very first year. So
the kids
once they get figured out, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Like, lots of fun.